This is Courtney from Freakabout, and you're listening to Rock Rage Radio.
And this is Steve with Rock Rage Radio Wisconsin. Welcome to the Breakout Artist Spotlight Series featuring Freakabout out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Band members are Courtney Kirby on vocals, Aaron Galvin on guitar, Zach Zellner on drums, and Alex Draval on bass. I first saw Freakabout in July when they played the Metal Grill in Cudahy, Wisconsin. I caught up with them again a couple weeks ago when they were back in the area. And I asked Courtney what it was like to be the only female in the touring band.
I have the biggest dick in this band, let that be known.
So that's not exactly what I was expecting. How about we just talk about how you came up with the band name?
Honestly, we kind of just hate band names in general. I think they're all stupid.
They're so stupid.
Even if you have an awesome band name, it's probably still stupid.
Pretty
in my
much.
opinion, at least.
Right.
And I don't know. So we were sitting there trying to think of stuff. It was me and Courtney. And we had all these names, and we're like, no, that's emo, that's metal, that's stupid, that's girly, that's douchey. I was like, well, this is stupid then. Why do we even have a band name? Why do we even need a band name or something like that? And Courtney's like, being Courtney, and she starts dancing around, and she's like singing and making up her own stupid song or whatever it was. And she goes, Aaron, don't freak out. Don't freak out, just freak about. And she started singing this song, and I was like, why don't we just name our band that? And then kind of sat there and thought about it. I'm like, cool. So we looked it up on like Google, searched it, and there was like nothing. So we were like, well, if you can only Google search us.
Right. That's pretty awesome. Actually, I have done that, and I think you guys are the only ones that show up. So
We just got lucky though, because like it's honestly pretty much we just figured out we wanted something that you could find easy, and no name is cool, so might as well have a stupid name.
Well, they definitely picked a good one, because if you do go Google Freakabout, they are the only thing that shows up. The band is the only thing. Here's the first track by them. This is Tonight by Freakabout. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
I'm not cold, I'm not old, I'm not getting any younger. It's a little mysterious, I might be delirious, but I'm feeling kinda strange. Don't need to smoke or drink, don't need more time to think, don't feel like doing much at all. I guess I'm caught in this phase, it's been going on for days, and I'm feeling kinda plain. Tonight, don't feel like myself, I'm just a stranger hovering high above my body, watching someone else. No, that can't be me. Got a mind bare, a blank stare. Not a worry, not a care. I'm not the hero. No, see, I've got thoughts and they've got knots. I've been working out for months now. Everyone has been changing, my mind has been fading from what I thought I knew. It's like I'm caught in a black hole. Once was so colorful, it's now black and blue. I guess I'm caught in its phases, we're going on for days, and I don't know what to do. Tonight, don't feel like myself, I'm just a stranger hovering high above my body, watching someone else. No, they can't be me. Got a mind bare, blank stare. Not a worry, not a care. And I'm not the hero. No. Jumping off this carousel, driving down a well-known carousel. Takes me back down to hell, still got my soul to sell. I'm jumping off this carousel, I'm diving down a well. Don't care if that takes me back down to hell, still got my soul to sell. And I'm floating down, sinking from my soul. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I can't seem to find myself, just a stranger hovering high above my body, watching someone else. No, that can't be me. Got a mind bare, a blank stare, not a worry, not a care, and I'm not the hero.
This show is going to kind of be a Freakabout takeover. I let them choose the songs that would be played. Here's one of Zach's picks. It's The Used with Put Me Out. Rock Has a New Home. Rock Rage Radio.
You wish to be. You care with sarcastic sincerity. You sharpen your guilt like a guillotine. You care what you fear. You care what you fear. I gave you everything, you threw it away. Put me out like a cigarette. I'm like a cigarette. Love like a cancer, still you beg me to stay. Put me out like a cigarette. I'm like a cigarette. Come on! You pop right into the moment. You paid a pretty little penny, you did. You never noticed how broken, as you deny the kind of person you've been. You care what you feel, what you wish to be. You care with sarcastic sincerity. You sharpen your guilt like a guillotine. You care what you fear. You care what you fear. I gave you everything, you threw it away. Put me out like a cigarette. I'm like a cigarette. Love like a cancer, still you beg me to stay. Put me out like a cigarette. I'm like a
So I asked the band to share some of their influences. I failed to specify musical influences, so Courtney took it in a different direction and kind of ran with it, which is great. But then Zach had a brilliant idea for world peace. Check it out.
We all have crazy influences.
Richard Simmons is definitely number one on that list.
Who? Richard Simmons?
Richard
After that,
Stevens.
probably
As far as inspirations,
mostly like workout dances.
Do you follow
Right.
him on Facebook?
No, why?
Dude, I follow Richard Simmons like crazy on Facebook. I
Why?
like all of his shit because he's fucking hilarious, dude. Like, sorry, he's really hilarious. Sorry. And,
watch your fucking mouth.
anyways, he's fucking hilarious, and he's always posting like stupid shit. Like he posted this one of like him with Steve Aoki. It was like, hey, remember that time you kicked me off stage, you dick, or something like that. Like, he's just hilarious, and he always posts pictures of him with like unicorns and
Oh,
sparkles.
he's so
and,
funny.
Oh man.
I actually used to have his workout VHSs because my mom used them. Or used
Sweating
them.
to the oldies.
Oh, it was so great. Just like disco music, and all he would say is, "All right, now I want you to stretch out, and then breathe in and hug yourself every day." And it was very therapeutic and a lot of glitter
The world needs more
all
Richard
over my
Simmons.
house because of those tapes. But that's okay.
We should send some Richard Simmons VHSs to the ISIS students in Iraq. And then they would be like,
What?
oh, we gotta hug ourselves, and now I don't want to blow anybody up.
What the hell? It's worth a shot, right? Everybody gather up their sweating to the oldies VHS tapes and ship them to the Middle East. In the meantime, here's a brand new track from Freakabout. It's Na 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 Na. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio. It's Freakabout Takeover time again. Here's one of Aaron's picks. This is the Parlor Mob with Take What's Mine. Rock has a new home, Rock Rage Radio.
Let us sing of Mother Nature, another fire on the hill, another arrow through the ages. Let it bend me on that will, and to the vultures who employ us, let the evils be in vain, and let the wolves that would destroy us live forever in the rain. If we can't change something, we're not gonna survive. There's the war in our hearts and the war outside, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna take what's mine. Feel the fire coming on. It's just a matter of time. When freedom's just a phrase, 'cause the ends don't ever meet. We gotta break the ties that bind us and these shackles on our feet. Through the seeds of our misfortune and our characters of pain, let the wolves that would destroy us live forever in the rain. If we can't change something, we're not gonna survive. There's the war in our hearts and the war outside, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna take what's mine. Feel the fire coming on. It's just a matter of time. I feel the fire coming on, and it's beating like a drum. If we can't change something, we're not gonna survive. There's the war in our hearts and the war outside, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna take what's mine. Feel the fire coming on. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, back to the influences. This time, Alex shared some of his musical influences.
Oh, as like in terms of my playing,
Yeah.
I would say probably the bassist I look up to the most. It's a band called He Is a Legend. I've always really loved his style in terms of they're this kind of weird. Right now, they're very much a southern rock metal group, but from where they started, it was just this crazy mixture of influences with this post-hardcore shine on it. But I would say like He Is Legend or Mastodon. I mean, I wish I could play the bass like is it Brett Sanders is their bassist, just in terms of this tone and his technique. Those are probably my two biggest influences bass-wise for me.
Okay, here's some Mastodon for you, Alex. This is Blood and Thunder. Rock has a new home, Rock Rage Radio.
Now
Here's another track by Freakabout. This is Use You. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
I wanna feel the filth all on my face, and I wanna get my dirty mind erased. I've gotta get back on the interstate, 'cause I'd rather kill him than just get a taste. And I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you. Zigzag paths all across my fingers, and I'll pray to God you're not a mind reader. Hey, I gotta get back to Rwanda. I won't tell myself even if I'm caught. And I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use. I wanna use you. I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you.
And crazy road trip stories. Go.
Oh my
Right,
goodness.
and this is on the internet, so we can tell them all.
You can.
Check this
These-
shit out, man. This will blow your mind. So, I'm gonna try and keep this as short as possible because it's a long story.
Doesn't matter.
We played in Iowa City. And Iowa City is pretty freaking crazy. And we played at this place called Gabe's.
Yeah.
Gabe's. And it was a really cool spot, and like a lot of really cool people have played there. And so we played, got off stage, got all set up, and like Courtney was in the bathroom.
I was coming into the
She was coming into the bathroom, and this girl stopped her, and she's like, "Hey, were you the lead singer of that band? I love you guys. What do I have to do to get a shirt?" She's like, "Well, we have shirts, $10, $15. And she goes, "What exactly did she say to you?"
I don't remember.
She's like, "Oh, I don't have any money. Here's my shirt." And she just takes off her shirt in front of Courtney. It's like a hippie girl with like,
Hairy armpits.
hairy armpits,
Smell like
hadn't
shit.
showered,
Not wearing a bra.
not wearing a bra. And so she just goes completely topless and gives her the shirt, and Courtney's like, no, keep the shirt, I'll just go get you one. So she grabbed like one of our old shirts and just gave it to her, and she's like, well, let me give you my shirt, blah, blah, blah. So then she wouldn't let Courtney go after this, and so we're all out back, and all of a sudden her and Courtney run up with one of their other friends, and they're like, come on, let's go, we're going somewhere. And she's like, I need to show you guys something. We're like, what the hell?
Well, what she said to me was, she's like, let's go play with something in the alley. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing drugs with you and I'm not touching you, so whatever you're talking about, I don't want any part in. And she was like, no, it's nothing like that. It's completely normal or something
Yeah,
like that.
and
Which
then
I was like, is that even in your vocabulary, ma'am?
So she takes us out back, and we go like 2.5 blocks down this alley, and she goes and she starts like rummaging through some like garbage pile and pulls out this giant mirror and throws it on the ground. She's like, "Have you ever danced on your own reflection?" And we're just like, and she just starts like jumping on it and dancing and like slapping the mirror and stuff, and just the weirdest thing. And we're like, well,
Instagram.
I guess let's do it. So we like dance on our own reflection, which was pretty kind of a wild concept, I guess.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean it was cool, but it was just like it was so strange, and she's just telling us all these crazy stories the whole time.
Believe it or not, there's even more to that story, and we'll get back to it in a little bit. But first, here's another new track from Freakabout. This is In This Mess. Rock Has a New Home. Rock Rage Radio.
Can't seem to place where this is coming from. I've had myself in a headlock for far too long. I run for miles, sleep for days. I'll push you out 1,000 times to what I have to do to stay in denial. But every time I do, you trigger it, you trigger it, you trigger it. Now I'm lying on a pile of dirty clothes, wondering how could I ever let myself get so low? How many times will I wake up in this mess? Watch me as I fall apart. You should have stepped in arrow straight through my throat. That would have hurt a little less. Rather than to give me another shoulder growing cold, the least you could do is pretend that I exist. How many times will I wake up in this mess? Watch me as I fall apart. And this is not my fault, I swear. I know I'm leaving and it's not fair, but I need to know that I'm not the only one who's scared. It would be nice to know that I'm not alone. How many times will I wake up stumbling onto my own feet, pulling out eyelashes just to make a wish that today will be okay? And how many times will you call me out? How many times will I have to die with the whole night I'm still asleep? How many times will I wake up? How many times will I wake up in this mess?
While Courtney didn't exactly pick this next song, she and I did talk quite a bit after their show in Chicago, and she told me how big a fan she is of Lizzie Hale. So here's Hailstorm with Familiar Taste of Poison. Rock Has a New Home. Rock Rage Radio.
Drink the wine, my darling, you said. Take your time and consume all of it, but the
promises were spoiled before they left your lips, and I breathe you in again just to feel you underneath my skin, holding on to the sweet escape is always laced with a familiar taste of poison. I tell myself that you're no good for me. I wish you well, but desire never leaves. I could fight this till the end, but maybe I don't wanna win. I breathe you in again just to feel you underneath my skin, holding on to the sweet escape is always laced with a familiar taste of poison. I don't wanna be saved, I don't wanna be sober. I want you on my mind, in my dreams, behind these eyes, and I wanna wake up, no, not this time. I breathe you in again, just to feel you underneath my skin, holding on to the sweet escape. It's always laced with a familiar taste of poison. A familiar taste of poison. A familiar taste of poison.
If I'd have known this next question was going to start a fight, I probably would have asked it a little earlier on in the interview. It was entertaining as hell. And I'm probably going to add this to my regular questions for all future interviews, because shit just got real when someone goes third person. Who's the best dancer?
Courtney is.
See, I figured that would be
Oh,
way too easy.
bullshit.
He cannot dance. He can swing dance, but who cares about swing dance?
First of all, you've never actually seen me dance because I don't really let loose in front of you because all you do is judge me.
Someone's getting a little emotional.
But I can dance like a motherfucker.
Zach's a pretty good dancer.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
See,
he's such a
how
good
she
dancer.
See how she just like passes on me all the time? She never gives me compliments. She never reinforces my,
And how do you feel
Positive
about that?
reinforcement.
He's very
Is this
needy.
turning into some kind of monster?
It's
is
kind of
therapy.
sensitive, yeah.
He's very sensitive. Yeah.
Because she wants me to support her, and she just doesn't give me any support.
Is this turning into
This
some
is
kind
some-
of monster?
This is therapy, dude.
It's bullshit, man.
Anyways,
Sometimes I need love too.
Courtney's the best
Right.
dancer. Aaron
Did you
thinks
just
he's
say
pretty
that?
good.
You think I'm a
And
good dancer?
no, we
She's,
just
Courtney
came to-
said she's the best.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, he said Courtney is the
Rewind the tape.
greatest
Let the
person in the room and the best dancer.
strike that from the record.
Anyways, so yeah, that's the.
None of them
dancer.
have seen me dance.
We've
Steve.
seen you dance.
Steven?
I love how Aaron gives me the cue to redirect that conversation. So now seems like a good time to play one of Aaron's song choices. One of the things I love most about asking bands about their influences is they always come up with bands I've never heard of. So I get to discover new music, like this next song by Biffy Clyro. Yep, you heard me right. Biffy Clyro. With Born on a Horse. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
I pronounce it aluminium, 'cause there's an I next to the U and M. Now write it down slowly and read it out fast. She's got eyes, preposterous eyes. I've never had a lover who's my sister or my brother before. I've been counting on the wrong things to make life feel alright. You could be my acid queen until the end of time. 'Cause you can't have it all. You're stuck in the middle, raising one and all. I was born on a horse, that's all. I like to think I'm just a thoroughbred, and all but naming with no horse's flesh. We're galloping slowly through this broken glass. She's got hooves, preposterous hooves. I've never had a lover who's my sister or my brother before. I've been counting on the wrong things to make life feel alright. You could be my acid queen until the end of time. 'Cause you can't have it all. You're stuck in the middle, racing one and all. I was born on a horse, that's all. You can't have it all. You're stuck in the middle, racing one and all. I was born on a horse, that's all.
Here's the rest of the story with the woman that they danced on the mirror with in an alley somewhere in Iowa.
Finally get done with everything, and one of the bands wants to take us back to their place, and we go have like a bonfire, and they bring us pizza and beer and Jameson, and we're all just getting drunk, and she shows up with her boyfriend, and
Who's
she's just
equally as hippie and smelly.
yeah, and so me and Courtney are standing there just
Awesome.
watching her, and she just sticks her hand down her pants and just starts like rummaging around, and
Looking for
just
something,
full
or-
scooping, just like just for like 3 minutes, and we're like, we just look at each other, and we're like, is this really fucking happening? And she finally pulls out this little baggie that just has drugs in it. So she was obviously storing it in an inappropriate place. Could have been her butt, could have been something else, I don't know. Anyway, so she does that, and then Courtney goes and sits next to her, because evidently Courtney is fascinated with this girl. And and then you take it from the
Were you
whole...
still there with me at that
I
point?
wasn't with you at that
Okay,
point, so I
so
don't know
I
what
was
was
just
said.
sitting there kind of talking with everyone. We're at a bonfire, so it's like things are getting emotional, and these two couples, the hippie kids, were telling me all these stories about how they traveled all across the United States together and how they met. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, you guys are so in love. And they're like, yeah, we really are. And then this other guy, one of their friends that had came along with them, sat down next to him. And
In between them.
in between them. And how did that happen? I'm really bad at like.
So he
remembering
sat down in
things,
between
so I
them,
could tell them so they
and he looks over at the guy, and he goes, "Kiss me." And so the dude like kisses him on the cheek, and he goes, "No, kiss me like you mean it." And then so they start making out. The two dudes start making out with each other, just going at it, and then they separate. And the boyfriend goes, "Now you kiss her, and kiss her like you mean it." So the boyfriend told the guy to make out with his girlfriend, and so they started making out. and just like going to town on each other.
After they had just told me how much they love each other and like how devoted they are to one another, I was like, whoa!
And so then they pull apart, and next thing I know based off of that whole situation is they all three just got up and left together.
I couldn't tell you.
And then they just disappeared. It was like
Well-
a magic like gypsy or something.
At least they left. Here's another track from Freakabout. This is Fatal Attraction. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
You left some dirt under my tongue. All the while I thought this was just for fun. I've gotta cleanse myself, get rid of all this filth. I've gotta pay for what I've done, what I've done. Cleanse myself, get rid of all this filth. Gotta pay for what I've done. Must have been a fatal attraction when you walked into the room. I guess that's why they call it miscommunication, and that's just what we do. Cover up these imperfections, dress up disguise or makeup lies for my addictions. I've gotta feel the burn, thank you for your concern. Continue on with your restrictions. It must have been a fatal attraction when you walked into the room. I guess that's why they call it miscommunication, 'cause that's just what we do. Cleanse myself, get rid of all this filth. Gotta pay for what I've done. I've gotta cleanse myself, get rid of all this filth. Gotta pay for what I've done.
I asked the band if they had any hobbies outside of music. Here's what Courtney had to say.
Yeah, I love painting. I don't do it enough. I used to do it all the time, but I don't really have time for it anymore. That, or I love kickboxing, so I get all my angriness out.
Really? So
Angriness?
I'm really angry all the time.
Angriness.
Angriness.
You can tell she's a wordsmith.
It's not anger. No, I'm not an angry person. I just have angriness inside.
Once again.
What? Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Shut up! You don't know me!
That's what this interview is about.
I hope that, yeah.
This is therapy, guys.
So yeah, things got a little intense there. Good thing Aaron had inappropriate jokes to ease the tension.
What's worse than ants in your pants? Uncles in your pants.
Super nasty.
Super nasty indeed. Let's get back to the music. This is Freakabout with Never Have I Ever. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
Driven 700 miles just to try out something new. Never have I ever compromised my own future when I had everything to lose. just another ghost. Never ever ever lost all faith in everything I've worked for since I was just 17. Never have I ever underestimated anybody more when I was looking at me. You could remember, you could forget, you could turn the world off, or you could just stare at it, let it sink under your skin. Chemicals are creeping in. You gotta take control of You could let them flood on in, let yourself drown. Or you could turn the world off now, find your feet on the ground. You could remember, you could forget, you could turn the world off, you could just stare at it, let it sink under your skin. Chemicals are creeping in. You gotta take control of it. You could remember, you could forget, you could turn the world off, or you could just stare at it, let it sink under your skin. Chemicals are creeping in. You gotta take control of it.
They talk more about their influences and musical tastes. It's really all over the map, which gives them their amazingly unique sound.
I would say that Courtney and Aaron, you two are probably the kind of closest. I mean, you still like your different things in terms of inspiration, but it seems like you guys are more kind of the blues, rock and roll style. I would say, you know, Zach's more hip hop, pop punk. I'm the metal guy in the band, so.
It's even funny that you can even go, he's more of like the hip hop, pop punk kind of guy. Because those two things aren't even like, you know.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
With-
into.
What's that new band you're listening to?
There's this band called The Last International. It's
Is it-
either international or international. There's an E at the end, so I think it's national. But it sounds cooler if it's national. Internationals. Anyways, they have a female front and they're from New York and they kick ass, and it's almost, you know, when you find a band that you just really click with, like you like certain types of music and you like bands, but when you hear that one band, it's like, this is everything I want from a song. This is everything I want from a band. That's just like where it kind of hits home, and I guess they
Yes.
do that for me, so I'm obsessed with them right now.
Let's feed that obsession a bit. This is The Last International with Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Indian Blood. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
Follow me, love, into tomorrow. We'll leave behind our chains and sorrow. We won't walk with Bizarro. Follow the man with the flaming arrow. is in check, in chains. And decades later, we still can't figure out why it remains the same. Wake up, love, I want some action. Unlock the children, they'll make it happen. But if comfort is your coffin, then pull the lever and choose your killer. I don't need it, I don't want to build another. I don't need it, I won't feel it, find another. I don't love it, I won't feed and build another.
I asked the band if they had any upcoming tour plans.
This is kind of our last hurrah for the year right now. Just this weekend run. I think we have a couple shows set up in Lincoln for later in the year, but we're going to be focused on writing and recording new record. So, yeah.
We go into record in October, and then we're taking a few months off to just keep writing new material, and then when March comes, we're going to be releasing that, and then getting out of town. So we'll be back everywhere.
Here's one of the new songs that will be on the upcoming CD, so new in fact that I just got it from them yesterday, and I don't think they've been playing it live. So if that's the case, you guys are the first ones to hear it, besides the band. This is a great song. It's called Graves. Rock has a new home. Rock Rage Radio.
Don't cry for me. The sun still shines, even here buried deep. The sun still shines. If you could Could you stay? Could you stay? If you'd stay, won't you
That is such an amazing song. It's so powerful. And that's going to wrap it up for the Freakabout edition of the Breakout series. Huge shout out and thanks to Alex, Aaron, Zach, and Courtney. I had a blast doing the interview and hanging out with them. I will be back Sunday for the Midwest Takeover Show. This is Steve with Rock Rage Radio Wisconsin. I'm out of here.
Hey, this is Courtney. And you're listening to Rock Rage Asshole Radio.